My name is Zoe, and I built a workout logger in Python, and the program randomly selects 2 exercises per muscle group from the exercise catalog CSV, and it displays personalized weight recommendations based on what you've logged in past sessions, and then saves your updated weight back to the file so they're tracked over time. So first, let me show you the catalog CSV file so you can see what's happening under the hood. So we have different columns here. We have exercise, exercise type, target, low weight, medium weight, high weight, and max weight. And this is the information being pulled back over to Python. And as you can see, I have a lot of weights filled out here, and that's just to simulate someone that's been using the logger for a long period of time. So now let's go do a demo. So I will run the code. And as you can see, it's asking me if I would like to do legs, enter 1, enter 2 for arms push, enter 3 for arms pull, enter 4 for combination arms push and pull. Let's say I wanted to do legs, but instead of just entering 1, I'm going to try to enter legs. And I get an error and it prompts me again. Now let's try to enter a 5, which isn't an option. I get an error and it prompts me again. So now I'll enter 1. And now we can see that what muscles we're working, and then it's reminding us to do 3 sets of 10 reps. And then we have the leg press machine as our current exercise, and it shows us our weights that we've logged in the past. So for my first set, let's say I used 70, and let's just enter an X to see what happens. It's not an integer, so I get prompted to enter again. So I'll enter 70, and maybe that was a low weight, but again, let's see what happens if I enter an X. Invalid, so I get prompted again. So I'll enter low. And now maybe I went up to, I see that 90 is my medium weight. Maybe I went up to 95. And that is medium. So now that 95 will get saved over the 90 in the file, and your recommendations will be updated the next time that you get this exercise. So now let's say I did 110, and that is high. So for today, I'm only going through 1 round of this, but it would continue prompting you until you got to the end of your workout. So now let's take a look at the code. And we'll start with the exercise class, which lives in its own file and gets imported into the main program. So the dunder init method takes the exercise name, type, target, muscle group, and 4 weight tiers as arguments. And the weight attributes are private, indicated by the leading underscore. And then dunder str defines what gets printed when you print an exercise object, the exercise name, and target, which is what you saw during the demo. And then display and log results. Those are our 2 public methods. Display calls the private recommended weight method, and that shows the weight suggestions. And then log results loops through all 3 sets, collects the user's weight and effort level with the input validation, and returns the list as results as lists of tuples. And then dunder len is our magic method, and it returns the number of weight tiers that have been filled in. So now let's go back to the main program. And there are all the required required container types. Up here we have a tuple that holds our 3 and 10 for set and reps, which is a set amount. And then we have a dictionary that stores the exercise catalog. And then we have a list, and the list holds the filtered workout exercises. And then we have a set, and that collects the unique target muscle groups. And now we have the workout type function, and that handles the user input with a while true loop and a try or an except for validation. And that's where the reprompting you saw it in the demo happens. And then the main program lives underneath the if dunder name equals dunder main. And this ensures the code only runs when the file is executed directly, not when it's imported. And then further down, we have the program groups exercises by target muscle group. And that uses random.sample to pick 2 from each group. And here is where the exercise objects gets created from each CSV row, and display and log results get called. At the very end, the updated weights are written back to the CSV file using CSV dict writer. So finally, we have the unit test file. And I'm going to stop this so we can run the next one. That is why an error is popping up there. So the unit test file creates an exercise object with known values and runs 2 assert statements to verify that dunder len returns the right count and that recommended weight includes the expected weight in its output. No output when you run this file means both tests passed. So let's try. And we get no output, so it passed. Thank you for coming to my demonstration today, and I hope this helps you with your workout.